Hey guys, welcome back to Set Streets and Eats. I'm Chris Bauer. I am back in Marceline, Missouri. Today I am here to actually get to check out Walt Disney's Hometown Museum. I was here a few months ago. I'm going to post a link right up here so you can check that episode out. It was an awesome visit to this town. Really cool stuff in it. I'd love for you to watch it, but I was here on a Monday and they were not open on a Monday. And now it is not a Monday, and I was back in the area, so I thought I'd come by and visit the museum, and I hope you'd join me. Let's travel. I'm Chris Bauer, and I am an art slinger. I travel around the U.S. selling artwork at comic and anime conventions, and while I'm there, I like to check out cool sites, eat great food, and see all the places my favorite movies and TV shows are made. Welcome to Sets, Streets, and Eats. No kidding.
And raccoons loved it.
Oh, so it was just abandoned basically, and you guys, oh, what a great repurposing.
But when we realized we could have a museum, this is...
Yeah. And this would have been where they would have arrived on the train when he came with his family.
From Chicago. Our story is on video.
Okay.
The first video is that one, and that tells you about them coming to Marceline from Chicago.
Okay.
The story is kind of interesting. Mother and Dad, Elias and Flora, had 5 children. And in 1902, they decided Chicago was no longer a safe place to live.
Yeah.
They had to get out of there. Elias had grown up on a farm in Kansas, and they didn't find any land in Kansas, but they found some land here.
Okay.
So they moved here. But it didn't work out. It was very slick because the older boys that he thought would be good help on the farm hated this little town.
Gotcha. Teenagers.
They lived in that house right there.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the house that's up at the edge of town there? It's definitely been. It's had some work done to it.
Yes. So anyway, they came over here and jumped on a freight train, went back to Chicago. So that's the reason they were only here 5 years.
Sure.
But Walt and Ruth loved those barnyard animals.
Yeah.
And actually, when they came back in '56, that's the age they were.
Yeah.
When they came back in '56, they bought the farm and were going to do exactly that, restore it with the barnyard animals for future generations, but they both died before it happened.
Sure.
So this little sister, who was his very best friend, saved the day, and she's the one that furnished our museum.
Little Ruth. That is really neat. So as Miss Inez was telling me when we came in, the entire train station up till about 40 years ago was abandoned and dilapidated. Half the roof was gone. And this would have been the train station that Walt and his mother and sister arrived on the train. Now it's a museum. Pretty cool one. Got videos set up around, gives you a little bit more context to what each exhibit entails. And we're gonna go see some of it. There's actually a train going by right now. The video tells you this was the exact ticket office. We're inside of it. So they've still got the ticket windows. We're on the clerk side of it where we would raise these up and sell the patrons the tickets who would be out here in the waiting room. So if you watched my other video, Walt was at the dedication of the elementary school, and I told you that flagpole he brought that he dedicated, that was from the 1964 Olympics, the Olympic Games, that he was master of pageantry at. Well, this is the flag that he donated along with a Cinderella flag. This flag was flying over Disneyland when they opened the park. This is the first flag. They sell the versions of this flag here, and this is the only place you can get them. So it's a truly unique Disney collectible donated by Walt with a very cool past. So this is Walt's desk, his school desk. It was used by Walt Disney in 1908 in first grade, and he carved his initials twice into it. That's awesome. There they're looking at the artwork that, I forget the name of the Disney artist, but he drew all the way through the elementary school, the Walt Disney Elementary School here. It's still in there today. And of course they designed the playground equipment. So this is the 1960 when he was donating. Sorry, correction earlier. I said 1964, but it was actually 1960. There's the flagpole, it's still there today. That was used in the 1960 Olympic Games, where he was master of pageantry. Or director of pageantry. Probably director. Anyway. Lots of different Walt paraphernalia. There's Walt with that flag. Oh, there's the backside. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. Walt and Roy really loved coming back here. That's at one of the premieres at the theater right downtown. It still looks identical to that inside today. That's at the Municipal Park, right here in town. The Marceline newspaper. Walt Disney accepts July 4th invitation. What a day that would have been, huh? There's Miss Inez. Inez was married to Rush Johnson. Her and her husband were friends. They made friends with the Disneys, and they would come back and stay with them when they would come back to visit. And right next here in the courtyard is the Rush Johnson, her husband, Memorial Garden. It's got the fountain right up there. And they were friends of the Disneys. And she met him in 1956. How crazy is that? So the Midget Autotopia opened at Disneyland right after Disneyland actually opened. It was a ride there. It ran there for 10 years, and then Roy and Walt brought it here to Marceline and opened it here, and it ran here for 11 years. So the kids of Marceline got to have the Autotopia whenever they wanted it down at the Walt Disney Municipal Park. They have still one of the original cars here. This rode at Disneyland before 10 years and then 11 years here. So it's a 21-year-old used car. What's really cool is Disneyland still has one of these exact cars bronzed, and it's on it's displayed there by where the Autotopia used to be. I forget exactly where in Disneyland it is, but you can go see that today too. But the really significant thing about this Autotopia was this was the only Disney-built and endorsed ride that was ever operated outside of a Disney park, ever. And it was right here. Wow, this is cool. A lot of old, cool collectibles. A lot of the record albums, which I grew up listening to a ton of these. These are a little bit before my time, but I still listen to a ton of them. Very big record album household we had. Pop Cola. Look at that old set. That's awesome. It's all metal. The Mickey Mouse Club. Clay maquette of Walt and Mickey. Look at that old Mickey Mouse train. Looks like the Sword in the Stones. Sword. Wow, look at these old Mickeys. Goodness gracious. Ah, the Disney family. There's 5 kids. I'm sure they had tons of grandkids. It's Elias Disney, which was Walt's father, and Flora, his wife, Walt's mother. This is pretty cool. This is a whole wing that's dedicated to the Disney family. You got Raymond and Robert Disney right over here. They've got personal correspondence, different facts about each family member. Well, that train's loud, huh? Herbert. And Roy. Lots of family memorabilia donated by the Disney family. Oh, look at that old film cell. Oh, these are great. These are personal correspondence letters to Ruth. Dear Ruth, from Madeline Wheeler. Look at all that stationery. How cool is that? That is awesome. August 3rd, 1964. Sleeping Beauty, 1959. Peter Pan, 1958. So it celebrated I'm assuming the year that the movie came out, because I know Mary Poppins was around 64 and Sleeping Beauty should have been around 59. Yeah, so it must have been whatever the year they changed the stationery. Oh man, that's so cool. The old living room. Disneyland flag for the Disneyland opening. And then of course is the E.P. Ripley train that ran around Disneyland, which is named after the E.P. Ripley Park right here in Marceline. Disneyland tickets, wow. Look at that. How cool is that? Old set of ears. That's awesome. Ruth Disney. And this is right out where that Rush Johnson fountain is now, where I was at the beginning intro, right where they're standing, there's a fountain there now, right at the front of the train station. Walt Disney accepts the July. We already saw the newspaper in here, and they're holding it right in that picture. Gifted to the museum by the artist. All in bronze. That's awesome. Ah, yes. Got the old Disney outfits. 70s and 80s, but look at that vest. That's cool. Ooh, look at those buttons. This is just some different staff paraphernalia. Tournament of Roses staff badge. A Disney watch. Some pins. Some medals. Some ears. All these Mickey Mouse toys. Oh, look at that, Star Tours. Oh, that is amazing. I would love that. More toys. Oh, these are 35th anniversary tickets. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. So that's the old Walt Disney Boyhood home sign, or the town sign as you drive into town. It's a brick one now. Oh man, look at this Davy Crockett costume. Wow. King of the Wild Frontier. Davy. Gumball machine. Old record player. That's the old barn that sat behind Walt's house. So again, if you go back to my video, the first video I did in Marceline, the barn, the old Disney barn, is a replica of that barn, which was a replica of the barn from Walt's childhood that sat on the property. So anyway, that was the barn that he had in the backyard. It's also where they talk about the Imagineers getting their start out of that barn that they used as a workshop. The 1957 program for Disneyland. Guitar. Oh, the new Fantasyland coming true in 1983. Concept art. Oh, looky here. Disneyland Jungle Cruise. I guess it's just a crude model. That is so cool. Some more artwork. Tinkerbell. Oh, that's actually signed. Whoa, that is signed by Disney. Wow. That's cool. Club 55. So Club 55 is for anyone that was working at the Disneyland park in 1955 when it opened. Whether they built it or one of the crew members, performers, all that. You're all part of Club 55. They have their own memorabilia. There's a ring, tie clips, ties, watch, another ring. That's pretty neat. What a piece of history to be a part of. Look at that. That is cool. Pepsi Cola presents Walt Disney, It's a Small World. So this is a root or a branch from the Dreaming Tree. That was the big tree that was on the Disney property that Walt and Ruth and Roy used to play out under. There's a little mock-up of the old front porch. Some Main Street USA mock-ups or models. Oh, there's Pirates of the Caribbean. So this is the actual Disneyland models for the different sections of the park. So that's the old New Orleans section and where Pirates is and all that. Oh, then we got the teacups. Ooh, is that the Haunted Mansion? I'm not sure. I can't remember if that's how the old... I could be wrong about that one. Oh, look at this. Oh, man, look at that. That's so cool. Here's the tiki room. The tiki 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 room. Here's the tiki 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 room. There. It's an old map. This is, I'm looking for a year. I'm not seeing it though, but it looks pretty, I'd say 60s, 70s maybe. That's cool. It says 100 acres of parking. Unfortunately, that's gone now, and that is all the California Adventure Park. So this is the stamp that came out. Oh, this one came out in 2004. Oh, and they've got it postmarked from Marceline, which is great. That's cool. 1968, Marceline, Missouri. Pretty artwork. Main Street, USA. Oh, that's in Fantasyland. Penny Arcade. Disneyland Emporium. City Hall. They got it all. Ah, the Matterhorn. Yes. I remember the first time going on that ride when I was a kid in 1984. Back then, though, when we rode the Sky Tram, it went right through the top of the mountain. It's a small world. And this is some of the original theater seats from the theater downtown where they had the world premiere of 2 Disney movies. The Spirit of Mickey back in '98, and then the Great Locomotive, I forget the exact title, but the Great Locomotive Chase or whatever it was from the 1950s. Then this would have been a mock-up of Walt's schoolroom where the desk from downstairs came from. It was called Park School back then, Marceline Park School. The Great Locomotive Chase was the first Disney premiere they had here at the Marceline Theater. And they haven't changed anything in that theater. It looks identical. Very cool. Look at the Cheerios promotion from it. That's cool. They kept the theater open for 24 hours here when they premiered the Great Locomotive Chase. Just so everybody could go through and see it for free. Disney stamp at the Walt Disney Post Office. So the midget Autotopia I was telling you about in the museum, it used to be down at the Walt Disney Municipal Park. It's gone now. They have the city pool there now. But they decided to recreate it right here next to the museum. So they've already got the, I guess the loading area built. And this sidewalk is what's going to run the cars right over to here. So this is based off of the way it used to be, and they've actually got some cars already made for it. They're going to be running them this summer, but it's called the Midget Autotopia 3.0 because this will be the 3rd incarnation of it. And they've got some plaques out here on the sidewalks, and then they've got the original stone that says relocated from Magic Kingdom of Disneyland as a gift to the children of this community from Marceline's favorite sons, Walt and Roy Disney, accepted and appreciation, July 1966. That was what used to be at the municipal park. Anyway, so now when they run it, when the cars get out here this summer, they'll have those doors open. You go through the little barn on your little track, and they run the cars all the way through there. It'll be a lot more fun for the next generation of kids to enjoy. It's pretty awesome. Well, once again, that's it for me from Marceline, Missouri. Hope you enjoyed my second visit here, and it was awesome. Museum's great. Definitely worth coming back for. Got some cool memorabilia. I got my first day issue Walt envelope stamped at the Walt Disney Post Office, which is awesome. And very cool thing, because if you buy it for $1, you can buy a postcard there. If you go buy a stamp, which is like 20 cents over there at the post office, they'll postmark it with the Walt Disney Post Office stamp. Very cool collectible to take home with you, and all for under $2. You really can't beat that. And yeah, I like this town. I'll definitely be back. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.